You know, the more I've been doing this for years, the more I've been backpacking, I feel like every year I dial it in just a little tighter. And I have found gear that I just love. I can always count on it every trip. And I feel like as I've done winter backpacking, summer backpacking, fall and spring, I've narrowed it down to the exact backpacking gear for me. Now, being on YouTube, I like to try new stuff so I can share it with you guys, but also there's new innovations coming out. There's always new gear, and I like to try out new things. But anyways, I've got some simple things today that I'm going to talk about that are summer backpacking items, I would say, that I will carry over into next year, on into next summer. And I wanted to share them with you today, and some of them you might be surprised, but yeah, I don't know. It's something that I've really enjoyed. One of them was actually sent to me, and I've actually fell in love with it, and I could definitely see it using it in the next summer, and we'll talk about that soon. But guys, today we are talking about summer backpacking gear I will continue to use in 2024. Now, this is the first one, and this is a big one. I even did a dedicated video on it. This one, as you can tell, I'm already wearing. This is the Mountain Hardwear Crater Lake Sun Hoodie. They got so many names, and I have to remember all these different names of different gear and make sure I get the names right. Anyways, this is one of my favorite sun hoodies. I did a dedicated video on it. When you finish this video, go back and check it out. I'll talk more in detail in that video why I went with this sun hoodie over other sun hoodies that are out there and being offered now. There is a lot of great sun hoodies out there. Y'all left some great comments in that video about good sun hoodies. But anyways, I love the sun hoodie. I'm not gonna spend all day on it because I did do a dedicated video, but it's light, it's comfortable, it breathes easy, and it has definitely been worth it. I love this sun hoodie. I will be wearing it through the winter up under my mid layer and my top layer, but I love it and I'll use it in the next summer. I don't know, there's just, all I can say is it just does the job. It's exactly what I needed, and I've really enjoyed it. I've got 3 of them now, to be honest with you. I wore one of them around the Wonderland Trail. I know I talk about that a lot, but that's one of the things I was able to test some gear this summer. I was on that trip. This is an awesome sun hoodie, and this is definitely one of the first things I'll tell you today that I will be carrying into 2024 and be using for summer backpacking. Now, if you've been watching my channel for any time now, you know that I did a video at the beginning of this year. I try to do one every year of new backpacking gear I'm going to be trying out. In the beginning of this year, I did a video mentioning a few different things I've really enjoyed, and one of them was this Enlightened Equipment Revelation Quilt, the 50-degree version. I said this was going to be perfect for the summer when I just need something to cover me up, even just semi-cool nights, and can easily zip it down into a blanket basically and just go over top of me with a little bit of down in it. This worked perfect this summer, especially doing a little bit of hammock camping too, but be able to unzip it and lightly be able to pull it up or just throw it off of me or have my legs sticking out the bottom. That's what I've always loved about the Revelation quilt anyways. It was easy to unzip. It was an open foot box when I needed it to be. And yeah, I will definitely continue to use it. It was something I bought at the beginning of the year. It worked great through these summer milder temperatures. I know backpacking 90-degree weather, you know I've talked about that for years, but this made it very convenient to have something to cover up with when the temperatures were lighter. It's also super light, so it's like under a pound. And yeah, I'm definitely going to carry it on in next year. I have 3 of these Revelation quilts, and honestly, I know they're the big thru hiker quilt, but for the weekend warrior like me, it's been perfect, and I'll continue to use it. You know that all the craze lately has been the flex tail pumps. I think that they got a newer pump now called the Zero Pump, I think. That's even like one of the lightest pumps out there as far as pumping your air pad, and we all know how much we love doing that. Well, another piece of gear they came out with this summer, and I've waited now to do a video. I wanted to kind of test it for a little while to see what I thought about it, is this mosquito repellent, and it's called the Tiny Repel. This thing is sweet. So basically how it works is you got these tablets that go in it. It heats them really fast up to a temperature, and it creates a radius where the mosquitoes absolutely hate it. Now, I wish I would have had this out west this summer because we went through some areas the last day or two that were absolute horror for mosquitoes. But not only have I tested this in the woods here locally lately, but I also tested it even in my backyard. Me and Rachel like to hang out on the back porch where our son plays in the backyard, and I set it up on the back porch, and it worked perfectly as far as keeping the mosquitoes out of there. And honestly, I was impressed. For an overnighters and stuff like that, it's not too heavy, but for overnighters and easy to carry, it perfectly has a clip on it to clip on the back of my pack. I can take this with me and have a lamp on it too, and then also be a perfect way to keep the mosquitoes from not driving me crazy all night. It's done a great job. I'm really impressed with this piece of gear, and I'll continue using it into next year. And I only used it part of this summer. I feel like next year I'll be able to use it a lot more, and I hope to take it out west some next summer too to try it out, because the mosquitoes can be absolutely miserable out there, not just here on the East Coast. So yes, I did receive this for free. They did send it to me, but I for sure would use it. Guys, I only recommend gear that has been given to me. I only recommend it to you if I actually enjoyed it and feel like it was worth it for me to buy it, and that I feel like it would be worth it for you to get some joy out of it too. And this is not a sponsorship or anything. They did send it to me for free, but at the same time, I would only show it to you if I felt like it was worth it to pick up, if you were interested in something to get the mosquitoes to stop driving you crazy. So anyways, yes, this is the Flextail Tiny Repel. Check it out. I'll make sure to put a link to it in the description. All right, last one. I know you already see what it is and you're like, oh no, not a pair of these. Yes, Crocs. I use these this year on the Wonderland Trail. I use them on multiple other trips. And yeah, I have definitely seen the convenience of them. And when I'm at camp, I'm able to take my shoes off. It's not winter. I'm not really worried about how cold my feet are. Be able to take my trail runners off and be able to relax in a pair of Crocs. It has been great. I use these around the house also. And I don't know where these have been the last couple of years. I should have got them a long time ago. Now, I would say that, like I talked about previously in that Wonderland Trail video where I showed my gear, if you want to check that out later, I probably wouldn't carry them on a trip like that again. It was just added weight that wasn't 100% necessary. But as far as overall comfort, as far as easy to use, as far as overnight or 2-night trips, where I just want to be able to relax my feet at camp at night, yeah, they were awesome. Definitely something I'll carry into 2024. And there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It was definitely worth it to get a pair. I know people trash Crocs, and I know they can add a lot of weight, but yeah, definitely a piece of gear that I'm going to continue to use on into next year. Guys, these are all pieces of gear. I know it's a short list, but all pieces of gear that I will continue using in 2024. And I know it was simple, but sometimes the simplest things are some of the best things to have when you're on trail. Hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure to hit the like button. And guys, we will see you soon.